Hello, creeps.
All right, welcome back to Fright Night Flicks.
What's up, guys?
That's Darren. I'm Dan.
Hi.
It's good to see you guys again. So today we're going over the 1998 Halloween H20, 20 years later.
My brother killed my sister.
Well, that's sucky.
I do like that they had to put like 20 years later in the title because it's like H2O is water.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I didn't know that's why they put H2O. It does make you think of water. I never thought because it's 20 years later.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange title. All right, so if you know nothing about H2O, Laurie Strode, now the dean, our headmistress, as some would say, of a Northern California, that's her title on it, Northern California private school with an assumed name, she must battle the shape one last time as the life of her own son hangs in the balance. Dun, dun, dun. This is directed by Steve Miner. Do you know where he's from?
Yes. Friday the 13th, part 2 and 3.
Wow, Darren, what a memory.
I read off the screen, guys.
Yeah. Written by Robert Zappia.
You just got to go with it.
Yeah, I'm just making... Actors, just move on. Actors Jamie Lee Curtis, LL Cool J makes an appearance, Josh Hartnett, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Dude, they got a star-studded cast here.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few. And I mean, really, other than Jamie Lee and Josh, the others are kind of on the side.
They're little side characters that are just fun to have in the movie, honestly.
Yeah. Did you know Jamie Lee Curtis's mom is in this movie?
Yeah, she talks to her at that one point. She's the older lady.
Yeah, we have some trivia. We'll hit it with later.
I don't even remember why she's there, but she gives some good advice, I think.
Yeah, I think she's a secretary. Rotten Tomatoes, critics give it a 54%, audience 50%. So that's kind of like right down the middle.
Yeah, I'd say those are fair scores.
Maybe high. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know about that.
We'll see by the end. All right, let's get into some critic reviews. So the first one, we have critics and audience.
Are you pulling this from Rotten Tomatoes?
This is from Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. First one, certified rotten, by Derek Adams. While Carpenter's film was all about economy and skillful use of empty space, Miner's busy compositions have a cluttered feel and is echoed by superfluous orchestral music.
Yeah.
I plugged into ChatGPT. Original was simple and scary. Miner's version feels crowded and overproduced.
Okay, you asked what he meant by that? Yeah, because I didn't really understand. I didn't really feel that way, but I'm not thinking about movies the same way critics might think about them.
Definitely not.
More from a bro perspective.
Yeah.
It's all Phil for me.
I'm going to be honest, when I read some reviews like that, I'm like, I feel like people just do it to make themselves feel smarter.
Well, and I think some people maybe have a background in movie reviews or movie composition, or they've studied them, right? And they're really in the field. We're not those guys.
No, we just tell you if it's good, if you should watch it or not.
Yeah, did we like it? Was it fun? Were there good kills?
Yeah, that's all. All right, then we move on to AJ Romano, and he certified it fresh. H2O is far more character-driven than any of its predecessors. Which is actually true. I mean, this is pretty much a Jamie Lee story, right?
Oh, dude, yeah. There's not even much action until like the last 30 minutes of this movie.
And it gets wild. Now let's move to the audience reviews. We have Kevin, a late 90s horror time capsule with a great musical score. The pacing of this film is very close to the 1978 original with a bit more gore. Overall, a solid film, especially when compared to the new Blumhouse trilogy. I have a renewed appreciation for this late 90s slasher. 5 stars.
Oh, okay. So he's going back in time. So he did this review probably relatively recently.
I think so. Sure. I don't know.
All
right. Next one. Jason H. What the heck is Halloween water anyways? 1 star.
I know. I saw a lot of people thought that maybe this movie is going to be set underwater or have something to do with water, maybe on a cruise ship. But no, it has nothing to do. Very misleading title.
I mean, it's crazy to put H2O in the title. Like, it is. Like, that's water. So... like, why would you do that?
It's a bad idea.
And it's funny because, like we said already, it's like Halloween H2O, then they have to, like, the title is 20 years later. So why did you H2O it?
Yeah, it seems redundant, one might say.
Yeah. Let's jump over to our initial impressions. First thoughts on the movie.
Okay. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why. I feel like people really don't like this movie. Maybe I'm wrong on that impression, but that's just the impression I got going into it. I had a good time with it. It's not the best movie. It's not overly scary, but I thought the kills were good enough. And you know one thing I really didn't like about this movie?
No.
The freaking jump scares. They had so many fake out jump scares. You didn't notice this?
I didn't even notice it.
Oh, I'll put a little compilation for you guys.
Shit, we're paying the bills, aren't we?
There are so many times where you think, oh, maybe Myers going to jump out. Nope, fake out. Then another one, nope, fake out. Nope, fake out. Over and over. You didn't catch that at all?
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Oh, it was brutal. But I thought it was fun. I actually liked the characters in this too. Like Josh Hartnett is great.
Yeah, I don't like that his name is John in the movie because it messes my brain up.
Like you want to say it's John Hartnett?
I'm probably during this review going to say Josh
Yeah,
instead of John.
understandably.
Name's too close.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all.
You know, and I also liked because they have it set in a private school. You really don't go too far from that either. And I thought it was a kind of a neat environment. It's stupid and it's a silly movie, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right. The characters are cool. Like I could have done with more LL Cool J. Like I feel like he didn't have enough of like in this movie.
Terrible security guard, but great character. I enjoyed it. I thought he was a fun little addition.
Yeah, he was nice. And then like the other side characters are good. I'm not a huge fan of the Laurie arc, to be honest. I think it got a little boring and I'm not interested in her love life and her drama that she is carrying her with her all these years.
No, definitely that first section or maybe first 2/3 of the movie, it got a little bit slow. It was a little bit too much of, about Laurie and the drinking. And I don't like that negative side. It's like, it's just not fun.
Well, they kind of showed her as like an alcoholic, but there wasn't really a lot of repercussions from that. Like she seems to be doing kind of fine.
I'm going to be honest. I think it kind of helped her. She seemed to do great. Yeah, but I think Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to go like a darker route with Laurie, right? And I think the production or the director maybe moved her out of that. So they show a little bit of the drinking, but it's not a big story, part of the story.
Yeah, it's more of like, whoa, like that was kind of intense. But it's not like she's like walking around drunk ever.
No, I think even Josh Hartnett said in it, what's his name? John Hartnett. Or no, it's not even.
His name's John, but his real name's Josh.
Yeah, you guys see the confusion here. But he even in the movie said like she's a functioning alcoholic, so it is what it is.
High functioning.
Yeah, seems to be doing great other than this drinking thing.
The biggest issue I had is in this movie, Michael is not scary. He's actually more playful.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't like the way he was emoting sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like he's like, oh, darn it. Like he's kind of like leaned forward mad. I feel like it was too expressive, the actor who was playing him. Yeah, I could see that.
I like how he's wearing a mask.
I mean, it's the body language.
They do some weird stuff in this movie with his eyes too. Because at times he'll have the black eyes and then they'll actually show his real eyes in the mask. And they'd use it in a couple parts that made it almost comedic.
Yeah, I could see what you're saying with
he
that.
also does like games and like he legit doesn't like kill a bunch of people when he could. It's just he's not. I don't know. To me, he wasn't even scary at all in this movie.
No, it was a little bit silly, but hey, I think the kills were pretty cool. There were some. There's only like 6 total. I think.
There's some chalk special effects going on here.
Oh, dude, we were talking about what was the deficit pull up or what is it? What is that called?
The one-armed hang.
The one-arm pulled up. The prison hang. I feel like you see guys in the. You ever seen those prison videos where the guys who come out of prison work out at the playground and they do the crazy pull-up stuff?
All right, let's jump into the breakdown. It all begins Langdon, Illinois, October 29th, 1998. A car pulls up. Who could it be? Fresh El Camino, rolling Kilo G. No, it's actually Nurse Marion.
Was that a rap lyric?
Yeah, that's easy.
Oh my gosh.
The car really does pull up, and you are wondering who could it be, but it was Nurse Marion.
Okay, so
smoking a ciggy.
Dude, we really got to put some music under you. And I did create a little track for you one time, but anyways, yeah. So this is the nurse from the original movie, right?
Okay, yes. I was going to ask you if you remembered who it was because I had to look this up because I was like, who is this person? So yeah, she was the original nurse in that opening scene in Halloween or opening, whatever, when her and Loomis go to the hospital, Smith's Grove. Okay. Michael steals the car, throws her out.
Right.
I didn't even realize in that movie as well, she was the one that came back with the marshal and got Loomis, and they were supposed to take him out of there.
Oh, wait, was that in the first one or the second one where she came back?
That was the first one.
Oh, I don't remember that scene, but okay. It's cool to bring it back a legacy
Well,
character.
yes, you do. You remember when he's with the marshal and then he pulls the gun on the marshal and they go back to the hospital?
No, oh, yeah, but that was part 2.
That was part 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Huh.
Okay.
Maybe she's in that too. Maybe not. I think it's the same person. So now she's taking care of Dr. Loomis, or was. She was his nurse. He was living with her. And apparently he passed away a few years ago. So she was just taking care of him. Where does that fit in the timeline?
So in this movie, I believe the first 2 Halloweens happened, right?
Okay.
And then I think all other movies after that don't fall in this timeline.
Okay. So still in the second Halloween, they got blown up.
Who did?
Loomis.
Yeah.
So I guess, okay, wait. So they both survived that.
Well, and the only reason I'm saying the second movie even happened because Laurie does reference that Michael was burned to death, right?
Oh.
So that second movie had to have happened.
So why didn't Loomis burn to death?
Well, I think just like in the other ones, he survived it somehow with a bad scar on his face.
But does Laurie even know? They don't even really address. Does she even know Loomis survived? She kind of just goes into hiding. She must know he's survived, right?
I don't know. Who knows? It's not really explained. I think a lot of this isn't explained. Like, what has Michael been doing for the last 17 years or 20 years or whatever? I guess it's 20.
They don't really say, do they?
No, I think a lot of stuff, it just isn't really explained. You just kind of go with it.
Okay. Well, let's just go with it. So Nurse Marion returns home. Her house has been broken into, so she's a little nervous, runs over to her neighbor's house, where she immediately comes face to face with Jason Voorhees.
Oh, yeah. Who's wearing the mask? Was it Joseph wearing the mask?
Yeah, it's Jimmy wearing a hockey mask. He's got the whole Jason mask on, but it's played by Joseph Levitt.
I mean, that's a Levitt.
Levitt? How do you say it?
Joseph Gordon. Oh, now you screwed me up. Levitt? now I'm messed up. Forget it.
Yeah, but it's actually Jimmy just wearing the hockey mask. That's played by Joseph Gordon. How do you say? What's his last name? Levitt.
Joseph
We've done
Gordon
this 3.
Levitt.
I don't know how to say his last
We
name.
keep doing this
You
part.
guys know who he
doesn't
is.
know it.
This is like our 4th time trying to say his name.
Dude, but I like the Friday the 13th throw in. That's fun.
Okay, that sparked a question in my mind because in this movie, Jimmy has like a hockey stick. Did Jason ever get a hockey stick kill?
Oh, not that I know of. Was it maybe in the space version? I don't think so.
I don't think he ever killed anybody with a hockey stick.
Well, that's maybe for the new movies.
Missed opportunity. That's all I'm saying.
There had to have been a hockey stick kill,
I
right?
don't think there was.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically at Jimmy's house, it's him and his buddy Tony, and Nurse Marion's over there because she's freaked out. Her house got robbed, right? So Tony's only he's a character has very few lines. His only lines in this movie is shaming Nurse Marion for smoking. And this line kind of broke my brain. So he tells her, "Don't you know secondhand smoke kills?" All right? Because she's smoking cigarettes in his living room. To what she says, "Yeah, but they're all dead."
A little bit of a cat eating its tail here, right? By the way, this is in post. If I said cat eating its tail, I meant snake. Correction. All right, back to the show.
Yeah, because he's telling her he's not dead. It just is like a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
But they're all dead.
I think it's supposed to be like a clever line, but it's like, wait, that doesn't really make sense, does it?
It just became more like, honestly, I spent way too much time thinking about that line.
Yeah, you can't talk if you're dead, so you can't tell people that. I don't know.
And it's also just like a crazy thing to say, like, just don't care, right?
Yeah, well, and okay, whatever. We don't need to go into it.
So at this point, again, someone broke into Marion's house. Jimmy decides he's going to go over and clear the house with his hockey stick. So he goes in, looks around, nobody's there, steals some beer, and he leaves.
Yeah, by the way, they called the cops, but apparently they didn't want to wait.
That's a good point. Yeah, the cops do come, but they just didn't want to wait for him.
And
Whatever.
it seemed like a lot of time passed because I feel like they went in the house and there was light outside and they came out and it was like dark.
I don't know.
Whatever.
So now Nurse Marion feels safe. Nobody's in the house. So she goes back home. First thing, flips the light switch. Lights are off.
And we all know lights are off. Myers is around.
Yeah, can we just, like, in a horror movie, it made me think again, how many times when the lights are off, like, do you get attacked or killed? Like, it's got to be like 90%.
Yeah, it's a classic trope.
So you got to get out of these houses. Like, if you come home, first of all, you think someone might be there. Now your power's out.
I don't know why she even went back in the house. I would have waited till the cops got there. Just a kid took. I mean, I don't even know why you'd let the kid go in there.
Yeah,
it's just kind of silly. I don't know.
Whatever. So anyways, she looks around her house. Most of it seems like it's in okay shape, except her office, which is totally trashed. And in the office, we see two things. One, we got a sweet little Loomis picture.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Loomis. And we have Laurie Strode's file because Loomis lived at the house, so all his stuff is there, and he had the Laurie file. Now, the problem is she opens it up, but there's no documents. Someone has stolen all the documents. Why, you might ask? I have no idea. Do you?
Well,
Why do you take the document? Oh, to figure out where she... Oh,
he just figured it out, guys.
Just got it. Michael has to figure out where she's living. She's got a new name, new identity.
Yeah, and actually the funny part, I didn't even realize that there were documents about Laurie there. I figured that's why Michael's there. I didn't know, though.
Yeah. Well, we figure things out.
We're dumb, and we talk about movies.
So Nurse Marion continues searching her house, and then we see Michael at the end of the hall staring, watching her. And the first thing I noticed, what a great head of hair.
He's got a lot of hair on this one.
Dude, he's got like a giant hair.
Yeah. Do you also notice the mask? I mean, I think it's been pretty well documented. It changes throughout this movie.
I have some facts on that. They, I believe, use different masks, and there may even have been some CGI. I have to say, my least favorite mask ever is probably in this movie.
From the times I saw it, it looked too smooth.
It was very smooth.
Yeah.
Like strangely soft.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, and the eyes. We'll talk more about the eyes. Not great.
But Michael's back. Nurse is in trouble.
Yes, but of course she turns around because he's behind her watching her, that whole thing. He's gone, but now the back door is wide open. This terrifies Nurse Marion. She's out of the house, runs back over to Jimmy's, where she finds him with a skate in his head.
Cool kill. Didn't get to see it, but I like the touch.
Yeah, but it also was kind of funny to me. It's like, I don't know, Michael killing with a skate?
He can be petty sometimes, remember? He got that one guy with that little rake thing. Someone said it was a hoe.
I don't think it's a hoe.
Someone said it was a hoe. I didn't think
Hoes are like the rectangle.
I know. Yeah, but that's the thing. You're right. Does Michael kill with a skate? That seems kind of odd, but this movie kind of is like fun in that way. It's playful.
Yeah, and I think maybe I heard someone say it too. I do feel like they were influenced, and it's in this movie, by Scream a little bit here, where it's a little bit more of that playful killer style.
Yeah, because Scream came out before this one, right?
Yeah, and I think Kevin Williamson even wrote on this, and he wrote on Scream.
Yeah, but he didn't. Yeah, I heard something about that. He maybe didn't get the credits, though, that he deserved, but he was involved.
Yeah, so maybe that like bled through a little bit here.
That was cool.
All right, so now Nurse Marion totally panicked, right? Dead kid. Her house is thrashed, doors are being opened, lights are off, I don't know. So she immediately takes off for the front door, only to have Tony collapse in on her with a knife in his back. Really hard to tell actually how he even died. I had to like slow-mo it because he just kind of fell in the house. It looked like there was a knife in his back.
I would assume so, because yeah, it's the typical thing. The door opens, the body falls through. It's like, all right. I mean, what was he, just standing there?
Well,
did it just happen?
Why was he outside? Whatever, who knows? I don't know.
Maybe he ran from Michael, and then Michael got him outside and then propped him against the door. I don't know.
But she just came in through the door.
That's a problem.
So how did he get around?
He was running through the back. It was a timing thing.
Anyways, Michael now is at the house. He walks in through the front door. So at this point, we have Michael and Marion. They're going to battle it out in the house. And then we have the cops that show up to Marion's house next door.
Which, this is funny because this does remind me a lot of Scream. The original one where Drew Barrymore, when her parents are coming home, she's running from the killers.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. So Marion ends up like fighting with Michael. She knocks him down with a fire poker. She's screaming for the police, kind of like Barrymore there. And of course, they can't hear her at all. They're just right next door, but they're like starting to go in the house. She even like takes the fire poker and smashes out the window. They still hear nothing.
I know. I'm like, dude, they're right next door. They kind of just walked in the house too. I feel like they'd be able to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you think someone broke into a house and you're like on edge a little as a cop, like trying to clear the house, you're going to be on heightened. You're going to have heightened senses. You know?
Yeah.
I think they would have heard that. Maybe not the scream. We'll give them a pass on that. Definitely would have heard the window break.
Yeah.
Anyways, we get the scene where Marion's screaming for the cops as Michael just wraps that little knife around, slits the throat.
That's the beginning of the movie.
Boom. Well, and then Michael steals the car.
Yeah. Well, he's got to have his getaway vehicle because now he's on a journey, a little drive to Northern California.
And that's the beginning of the movie.
Boom.
All right. So we cut to later that day and they have like detectives now at the scene. And I got to be honest, I wrote down these guys' names and stuff. I'm like, okay, these are like the head detectives in the movie. This is all, they're just here. All they're here to do is like tell us Michael's body was never found.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember that part. So
yeah, they like investigate the scene. I'm like, okay, these are the big characters, like the new detectives coming in. No, they were just there for that.
I mean, and that's the only piece of information I believe we get about what happened to Michael from the original movie. Like why he's been gone.
He just hasn't been found.
Just hiding, waiting until someone turns 17.
Interesting.
I think we'll see.
All right, we cut over to Summer Glen, California. So now we meet Laurie. She's back. She has a 17-year-old son named John, who's again played by Josh Hartnett. Dad's not in the picture. Apparently a methadone addict. I don't know why, but sure. Laurie is the headmistress, which is like the principal of the school, but it's like a private, like, you know, high-end school, right?
Yeah, and let's be clear. Jamie doesn't exist in this one. That storyline does not exist. This is a whole new arc. Now she just has a son.
Actually, yeah, that is a good point. Because Jamie is her daughter, right?
Yeah, but in that one, Laurie died, so that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Unless she faked her death.
And isn't, whatever.
Unless she actually went into hiding, and that is her daughter who she just doesn't, she doesn't talk to anymore.
I mean, she does have a lot of issues in this.
We could have a 2-timeline situation.
I don't know, let's not even go down that rabbit hole. So anyways, she's, again, like the principal of the school. She also has like this undercover relationship with a counselor named Will. We'll get into that as we go. And basically in this movie, she's battling her PTSD with Michael. Like she sees visions of him. She has nightmares of him. She's got a little bit of a dark history here.
Right.
Apparently marrying meth addicts.
Yeah, she's troubled. Obviously, there's been some things that have gone on with her. It's understandable she'd have some issues.
Yeah.
So the rest of this movie is pretty much going to be at this private school.
Yes, it's called the Hillcrest Academy.
Can I ask you? I have some questions because we're obviously not familiar with private schools, public school guys.
No.
From the streets, one might say.
One might, yes.
What is the deal? Do they live there?
So it appears they do.
But Josh didn't live there.
Why didn't he live there?
Or John in this movie, Josh Hartnett.
I think they all lived there.
So at the start of the movie, we see Laurie and John in the house. That's supposed to be on campus?
I think that's all on campus.
I don't know why. I thought they drove to the campus. Whatever.
It kind of seems like it, but it did, like throughout the movie, it seemed like everything was on campus.
So that's interesting. They actually have these schools where people live there, huh? I guess that makes sense. Boarding schools? Is that what that is? I don't know.
Yeah, in California, though, I don't know if there's a lot of these. I don't know if that's a real thing.
We're from Northern California, never heard of this.
Yeah, I don't think California has like schools you live at. I mean, that are high schools.
I've never heard of them, so.
Maybe they do.
But that's
a
New York thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but it is like a high-end school. I mean, the kids look like they're from Hogwarts. Like,
they do look like Hogwarts.
They got the messed up ties and the red, jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, our first dilemma in this movie come with the Yosemite trip. So they're doing a big, like, it's like a senior trip type thing where they're going to send all the kids to Yosemite. The problem is Laurie's like super overprotective, doesn't want John to go. How this is basically going to play out in this movie, she immediately like refuses to let him go. Again, she's like afraid for him, right? But then she decides she's going to let him be free, so she's going to let him go. But then he's going to not go because he's going to party with friends.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a twist and turn situation. Couple things too. I thought it was funny that they're going to Yosemite on Halloween. That seems like a weird day to take a trip.
That is a really odd day to go to Yosemite.
In fact, I've never even heard of a school trip being scheduled on Halloween because everyone wants to be home at Halloween so they go trick-or-treating.
Yeah, but again, this is a private school and Josh doesn't celebrate Halloween.
He's not a believer.
Yeah, I would say maybe Disneyland would be a better trip for Halloween in California because they actually do things for Halloween.
Actually, that would have made a lot more sense. But what we really, for us, all we need to know is this is going to be a way to get all the kids out of the school and away.
Yes. Yes, we're going to focus on the main cast here.
Except for a couple kids stay. So I don't know. Whatever.
Well, it's just the friend group because they all plan to party. We cut over to Highway 139 in Northern California. Darren, do you know where that is?
No clue.
You do, but you don't.
Oh, well, do you want me to say I see it?
No, I'll tell you. So you remember the Tule Lake lava beds?
Oh, that's way up there. Yeah, we used to go there all the time.
Yes. So it's right. It runs like right parallel to it. It's like east of Doris and McDowell.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
So that is true Northern California.
We've been on that highway.
Maybe lived near that highway.
Yeah, one time. Dude, those lava, by the way, the lava tubes are awesome. There's these giant caves that go underground. And dude, When you're under there, do you remember when you shut that light off?
Oh, dude, pitch black.
Oh, it's terrifying because if you're in those tubes and they go, I mean, it's like a catacomb. Some of those, they just go all over the place.
I mean, I think one's called the catacombs.
It for sure is. And dude, when you shut your lights off, though, if anything ever happened to your light, you'd be screwed. You can't see anything.
True. Would have loved to see Michael in there.
Oh, dude.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. But how would he navigate a cave?
Interesting.
Through the power of evil.
Yeah, through evil. All right. So, anyways, they're showing a mother and daughter. Long story short, they stop at a rest area. Michael's car had a flat tire, so his car's parked there as well. They go to the bathroom. Michael sneaks in, snatches the mom's purse, steals the keys, and takes her car. And the first thing I thought, like, Michael's just not that brutal in this movie. Like, I'm sorry, you got to kill these people.
Well, I mean, you can't kill a little kid.
Can you?
I mean, it would be setting a precedent.
I'm just saying.
Terrifier did it.
He had him trapped in the bathroom. I don't know. Maybe a mom at least.
I liked the scene though because it was just a high anxiety situation where the mom's in there, they're both in the stalls, and you just see Michael walk around, snatch that person. She's looking through the little crack and sees him walking around. It was kind of scary because I didn't know what was going to happen.
I'm not a huge fan of like bathroom scenes.
No.
Especially when you got like the little girl in there and stuff. I feel like it's happened in other movies. It's like, I don't want to be in the bathrooms.
No, it's not a fun place to hang out.
No, don't like it.
But I thought it worked.
Anyway, so that's what Michael's doing. That's his journey getting over to this Hillcrest Academy.
Yeah, apparently his other car broke down, so he had to switch vehicles. And the new vehicle is kind of creepy looking, so it works.
Yeah, that is an odd looking car.
Almost like some Jeepers Creepers vibes.
Yeah, it is. That's true. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to go back to Hillcrest Academy. We meet the like core friend group. So we have John, who's with Molly. That's his girlfriend. Then we have Charlie and Sarah. And can I just say this? Sarah's way out of Charlie's league.
Dude, I'm going to be honest. I thought Sarah should have been with John.
There may have been something in the script where that was a thing.
Because, yeah, I mean, John's girlfriend was cool. She seems like a very nice girl, too. She doesn't have that edge, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sarah got edge.
Come on, we don't need to say it. By the way, the guy friend, don't know his name, don't care.
Charlie.
Not a good character.
They just didn't develop. These other characters, you barely really got to know them.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Hartnett, John, he seems cool. He's always cool in every movie he plays.
I mean, just a cool dude.
I love to hang out with him.
And the trivia I heard about him, we'll talk about, he seemed even cooler.
He seems like a nice guy from everything I've heard.
Yeah.
Love Josh Hartnett. It's great.
We love him.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, Charlie, his friend, the problem I had with him is I don't know anyone like that guy. I don't even really know who he was trying to be. It just didn't seem like a real person.
I don't even remember much about him because they didn't really have a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fluff. Anyways.
See, I would have rather the movie like done more with these characters and less of Laurie.
Absolutely.
Like the Laurie stuff, I got to be honest, by the end of this, I'm a little Lauried out.
But the problem is Jamie Lee Curtis is the one who pretty much drove this movie to be made, right?
I think she had a lot of say in it.
Yeah. A little too much of her. I agree.
Yeah.
And we love Laurie. We love Laurie here.
We do love Laurie, just a little much of Laurie. Anyways, the kids, they're planning their wild party while everyone's at Yosemite. Again, I said it before, that's their whole thing.
It's not really a party. I think it's just assumed they're all going to hook up.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much that.
I guess, yeah, drink and hookup party.
Which is like, another thing is like, why are we doing this together now? We could do it separately. We don't need all four of you together.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Pro strat.
Anyways, we end up cutting over to Ronnie, the security guard. So this is our first time meeting him. This is LL Cool J. What you need to know about him? He's writing an erotic novel.
Two tumultuous, round melon breasts.
Round melon.
He's very distracted, and he seems only concerned about this erotic novel, which is fun.
Yeah, half this movie, he's on the phone with his wife, reading his erotic novel to her.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. Anyways, his whole like spot at the school is manning the guard station that's next to the front gate. So he has control over that gate.
Correct.
All right. Well, the first thing he does is, doesn't do his job because he lets Josh out. Josh isn't supposed to leave the school, but he lets him out, and him and Charlie are going to buy some booze.
John, but yes.
What'd I say?
Josh.
See, I told you guys I was going to do it.
We're going to switch. Josh Hartnett, John. It's going to happen. Just, you guys know how we do it.
Yes. So again.
But then, that scene, I felt bad for the security guard, but it kind of shows you he really isn't good at his job. Because he lets the kid talk him out, like to talk him into letting him out, so letting John out.
Yeah, again, very likable character, just not good at what he does.
Yeah, sure.
So John and Charlie are going out. They're going to get some booze. And I got to be honest, I did like this part because I do remember at this age where you're going to, like, their whole plan is to go steal alcohol. Not a good idea. Don't condone that.
Never done that.
But we've all been desperate before at that age.
There may have been a shoulder tap method. If you guys don't know what that method is, it's when someone who's of age is going to walk into a store and you tap them on the shoulder and beg for alcohol.
There may have been some homeless individuals who were propositioned for a deal.
They were all financially backed on this.
And there's probably a couple that we can't talk about. Some other ways we were able to get it.
But yes, the point is kids can be very tricky when trying to get alcohol.
Very true. Very true. But don't still. Not good. We do not condone that here.
Well, it's too risky of a move for one. One, you shouldn't still. Two, if you get caught, now your night's totally done.
Okay, so at the same time, Charlie and John are out trying to do their alcohol stilling thing. Laurie is at the restaurant with Will. All right. And this is where we see again, like, Laurie looks in the window and she sees like Michael's face. And I thought it was odd because it almost seemed like Will's face turned into Michael, or like Michael turned into Will. And that happens a couple times in this movie where I honestly was wondering if Will had something to do with Michael.
Oh, I didn't catch any of that. I just saw it as Laurie is traumatized. And yeah, she just sees Michael everywhere. She's still living in fear.
Well, I think that's the way you're supposed to see it. Sometimes I see things that aren't there.
I'm deep as shit, bro.
You're so stupid. Do you know what I did like? There was a comment that somebody said where it's like how little you know the characters because they said something like, Dan will say like, oh yeah, Michael killed them. And then you're like, who's Michael?
Oh yeah, I told you. We just have fun, guys.
Oh, it cracks me up. What did you think about Will? Like when I first saw Will, I got the vibes that like, I don't know, he just seemed kind of like a douchebag.
He is a little douchey. Well, I was kind of interested in their relationship. Is this a new thing or has this been going on? Because I kind of get the vibe this is a newer relationship.
It seemed newer, but it's also hidden, which is kind of, I guess they're hiding it from her son. Or maybe the school. You're probably not supposed to date.
Well, she's the head mistress. I think that's what. Is that really what they're called?
That was her title, yeah.
I mean, that seems like a problematic name, right?
I don't know. I think it's like a thing in that environment.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, no, I could see douche-ish vibes, but he was kind of a fun character, to be honest.
He started douches, and then I liked him at the end. I especially like his death, to be honest.
Oh, well, he deserves it.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. So Laurie, this is our first sign. She may have an alcohol problem. Like she drinks some Chardonnay, and then Will gets up like to go to the bathroom or something. She orders another glass, and she's chugging this stuff. So
this reminds me of a work party I was at one time. We're at a public place, but we're with all our workplace people, right? Mm-hmm. And I was with a guy. You know, it's the guy who drinks too much at the party. And I happened to be sitting next to him and he's getting real mouthy. Well, the waiter came over and to pour some wine for us. Uh-huh. And he pours it for him. And the guy stops him and says, "Hey, leave the bottle here." That's when I'm like, dude, I'm in trouble. And this dude started saying some wild things about the president of the company. I'm like, dude, I got to get out of here.
Oh, no. So Laurie ends up leaving this date with Will, ends up like immediately running into John. So this whole alcohol thing gets kiboshed very quick, which I don't think even turns into anything because I think they have alcohol at the school somehow. Maybe they got it somewhere else. Who cares? Doesn't matter. This whole thing ends with John like unloading that, like, hey, Mom, your trauma's affecting me. I'm tired of dealing with this stuff. Michael's dead. You told me he's dead. You watched him die burning in the fire. So that's where we're back to that original storyline. He died in the fire at the hospital.
That's enough. I can't take it, Mom. He's dead. Michael Myers is dead.
Which is totally valid from John. It's just a bad day to say this. It just happened to be a bad day to bring this up to your mom.
Unfortunately, he isn't dead.
For the past 17 years, you were correct, but this is the one day where you are incorrect.
So Laurie ends up grabbing John, takes him back to the school, and now Michael's in the town. He's following around in the car. They park at the gate, and then you see his little car just scoot on by. Which I
like. It's a classic Michael stock.
Like, yeah, that is something like the more you watch these, you realize how often Michael is in the background, just observing.
Just waiting to kill.
He's very patient, actually.
Yeah, very tactical. You know what I was thinking? You know how he positions bodies? Does he like to scare people?
Again, there's a playful side of Michael.
Yeah, because at one point, I guess he started off as the shape, emotionless, but he's always been into, well, he did, like we talked about, he did the ghost maneuver where he dressed up as a ghost, and then he's been positioning bodies since the beginning. We had the gravestone in the bed. So he must enjoy that some bit.
The ghost one's great.
I can't get enough of the ghost. That is my favorite dress up scene with Michael because it's so random.
And he's wearing the glasses. If I think it's Bob, he's wearing his glasses. That's just ridiculous.
He was young back then. He didn't know what he was doing.
All right. So we cut over to Molly, who's working in the kitchen. Again, this is all at that Hillcrest Academy. And the kitchen is like almost in like a dungeon. It's like underground. Like there's two sections there. There's the upper kitchen, and then there's like a lower kitchen where the work gets done. And that's where a lot of the movie kind of takes place down there too.
It's funny. You have a concept of the environment because I didn't know where anything was located.
It seemed odd, but the only reason I say that is because there's a dumbwaiter.
Okay, well,
And
yeah.
the dumbwaiter connects the two kitchens. Like, yeah, that's where you can pass the food and everything. And let's be honest, as soon as you see this dumbwaiter, you're like, there's got to be a body in here at some point.
There has to be.
So anyways, Molly's working down there. The dumbwaiter comes down, something sent to her, and it just so happens to be flowers and a map. So John's setting up a little date. They end up showing like a couch and a table. So they kind of set the scene of like, this is where tonight too, they're going to be down hanging out.
Okay.
This is their spot at the school. So now John and Molly leave there. They end up going back to class where Laurie's teaching. Now here's where Molly looks out the window, and that's where we see Michael standing outside a gate with his little head peering through the window. Or it's like a little door in the gate.
Yeah, so wait, he's already there?
He's there.
But wait, he hasn't come in the building yet. He hasn't gone through the gate.
It's a great point.
You're right, I saw this. So the cool thing is, so Molly's John's girlfriend, and the cool thing is this is a throwback to the original where Laurie looks out the window in class and she sees Michael standing by the car. This is now the new version of that, which is a fun thing to throw in. My confusion is, though, he's not supposed to be on campus yet. Is she looking outside? She must be looking outside of campus.
I mean, I guess that classroom could be really close. That seems odd, but sure.
I don't know. It has to be. He hasn't got in.
But why would you have a door that goes outside when you have a gate?
Don't know.
Interesting. Let us know in the comments what you think.
I'm sure we missed something.
Okay, so now we get like some heavy foreshadowing. So Laurie's teaching this class talking about Frankenstein, Victor, and Elizabeth. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I've even watched Frankenstein or read the book.
Oh, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
So anyways, she's talking about how Victor should have confronted his monster, okay? Molly's explaining this to Laurie. So Victor should have confronted his monster. He's responsible for Elizabeth's death. He was paralyzed by fear, so he never really like did anything. Then Laurie asks, why do you think he was able to get to the point to confront his monster? To which Molly says, Victor had nothing left to lose. The monster killed everyone he loved. It's about redemption. It was his fate.
I wonder who they're really talking to here.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to face their monster.
Yeah.
It's Laurie.
Yeah, it's clearly Laurie.
So this whole conversation convinces Laurie, you know what? I need to let John go to Yosemite. This is the whole catalyst for her like letting go a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was going to say why'd they even do this, but it does make sense because she needs to think that John's not there.
Yeah, for a little bit.
And then she needs to think that he is there.
But we all know he's not going anywhere, but she allows him to go. And then I was thinking, like, how cool would it have been to have Michael in Yosemite?
Oh, dude, that'd be an awesome environment.
Like him taking out rock climbers.
But then it's a little too near Friday the 13th.
It's a little way too close to
Jason
Friday the 13th.
controls the campgrounds.
Yeah. He's not allowed. That's his turf.
Yeah.
Oh.
But okay, wait. So is the idea that Josh Hartnett initially wanted to go on this trip?
It seemed like it,
But
yes.
then he pivoted and was like, hey, instead of that, I'm going to bang my girl here. And my buddy's going to do the same as well.
Yes.
And okay, so that's what happened.
Yeah, they all came up with excuses. I guess once he couldn't go, they made the secondary plan. And then when it switched, he was in trouble, so he just pretended to go.
Okay.
All right, so we cut back to Ronnie. Again, reading more of his erotic novel to his wife. This is when Michael pulls up to the gate. So Ronnie goes out to check the car, looks inside, but there's nobody there.
Well, you should say, like, the car pulls up to the gate, and then, nothing's happening. Ronnie's yelling, there's no response. It seems like no one's even in there. This part I thought was kind of stupid, to be honest. It was weird that Michael would pull the car up, and then disappear. Ronnie goes out to look around. No one's there. No one's in the front seat. So Ronnie goes, reaches in, turns off the car, pulls the key out. But what happens? Michael walks behind him and just slowly walks into the campus.
Yeah, see, a couple problems here. Like, one, why didn't he kill him? And it was like, come on, like, it'd be hard to sneak behind someone like that.
Yeah, and it's like, that's how you get him into the campus. It just seems stupid.
Also, he probably could have been watched the whole time. Like, he pulled up, that security guard saying, yes, he's distracted. But for him to get out of his car and just disappear, whatever, it doesn't matter.
It was just a silly scene.
Yeah, so Ronnie ends up going back to his office.
Okay, well, I got to say a couple things first. Ronnie goes back to his office. Ronnie's scared right now, a little thrown off. Something's weird. Their car's just sitting out in front. No one's in it. It's a little creepy. He locks the door, right?
One door.
So he locks the door. I'm like, okay, that's a good move. I'd be scared too. But then later, he walks out the back. The door's wide open.
I think there's 2 doors in the office.
No, you're right. The back door, but it's like he's scared, so he locks one door. There's one wide open right behind him.
Correct.
You should have shut that one.
Ronnie ain't great at this, okay? He's
good.
learning.
Yeah.
But this is where we see the most playful Michael I've ever seen before.
Because borderline cute in this.
Dude, I gotta be honest, I was actually laughing like, oh my gosh. Because he was like playing this game. As Ronnie has his back turned, Michael would be behind him in a window with his knife. And it is very playful. Like, it's not even scary. It's like he's kind of joking.
Well, it was creepy at first. So you see Michael, you're like, oh God, he's going to kill Ronnie. But then Ronnie turns around and then Michael pulls one of these. As soon as Ronnie's shoulders turn, he looks and then he slides out of view. Very, very cute-like.
And he does it to him like a couple times.
Yeah.
And then you have like Ronnie's reaction, which is just funny. So the whole thing comes off like a game, you know?
Yeah, Ronnie never saw him, just so you know.
Yeah, and also Michael doesn't kill him. Again, he just wanted to play this little game with him.
Little peekaboo.
Yeah, so, but what Michael does do is he cuts the phone line. So we're not going to have phones in this movie anymore.
There you go. Standard move.
Standard, yes. All right, now we cut over to Laurie. She's closing up her office. She heads out to the courtyard. Again, this is all at this Hillcrest Academy here. She leaves the courtyard and starts walking, went down this long hall or long court. I don't know. What is it?
Path?
Road?
Driveway? I don't know.
She sees Michael walking towards her. And then of course, she's seen these visions before. Closes her eyes, opens them up. He's still walking towards her. Closes again, opens them up, still walking towards her. Third time, closes her eyes, opens them up, Will's in her face.
Boom.
Not Michael at all. So
it was an illusion.
So, okay, a couple of things here. First of all, again, I think she saw Will in the window, or she saw Michael, but it turned into Will. And then we have another one here where she sees Michael and it turns into Will. That's why I was thinking like, maybe Will has something to do with Michael.
But at the end of this scene, Will hears something in the bushes, so Michael was there. We're to assume so.
Well, that's the confusing part because Michael is here. We just saw him at the guard shack.
No, and I do think that was him walking towards her. Well, now you got me questioning.
Wait, you're thinking Michael was actually walking towards her?
Because when Will's leaving, he hears a sound and he says, "Who's there?" Which I think is letting us know, wait, Michael actually was there.
And he just somehow like saddled in like right when Michael was walking towards?
He just veered off quickly. I mean, he moves very quick when you don't see.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I'd love to see, I mean, I'm sure people have done a parody where you get Michael's perspective on what it looks like from, well, when he's doing the stock and then when someone turns around, then all of a sudden he's got a sprint, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look as cool where he's running. All right, so Will and Laurie end up splitting off. Will has to go check on the girls. Again, there's only like 4 kids at this. Well, they know there's 3 kids at the academy, I guess. No one ever checks on Charlie, though.
Yeah, and it's unclear if there's any other people there, but I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all we have here. So, anyways, Will has to go check on the girls. These are the 2. This is Molly and what's her?
The girlfriends.
The girlfriends, yeah. And this leads to a very strange scene.
You know, earlier, did I say a cat eating its tail? I think it's a snake eating its tail, by the way.
Did you say cat? I thought you said snake.
I think I said cat.
I don't know if you said cat, but it might not have been a snake.
But now this is another snake eating its tail situation.
Why?
Because they're watching Scream 2. So Scream is a movie in this universe, right? As well as Scream 1, right?
Oh, I didn't even think about it being in the universe.
Well, they're watching Scream.
Okay, yeah. So when Will goes over there, we see a scene where Molly and Sarah are watching Scream on
Scream
the TV.
2, it's Cece, it's Sarah Michelle Gellar. Well, the funny thing is, if you think about it, what was going on in Scream 1? Do you remember a certain movie they were watching in Scream 1?
What movie were they watching?
Halloween.
Behind you. Behind you.
Jamie, turn around.
Oh.
You have Scream, which is a movie in this movie, which is watching this movie.
Oh, whoa.
So again, it's a little bit of snaky to its tail.
Whoa. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's
I
weird,
didn't
right?
remember them watching Halloween.
Don't you remember Randy's scene where he's explaining
Oh, yes. Jamie
behind
yes,
you? Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a good catch. Okay, well, I have a little trivia on it too. So, because they actually weren't watching Scream. Okay, on the television in the girls' room, a clip from Scream 2 is playing. We just talked about that. However, according to the producer, when the scene was filmed, the girls were actually watching So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Oh, I did see that. Which, dude, that's a Mike Myers.
You always say Mike Myers for this.
I know. That's
now you're having trouble saying.
Dude, I love that movie too. It's so good.
I mean, Mike Myers is just funny. Hey, do you want more Fright Night Flicks? We got you covered. When you join our Patreon or become a YouTube member, you get access to a bonus episode every month. And trust me, we have some episodes you're not going to want to miss. Everything from cult classics to slashers and some of the most absurd horror movies that we just can't fit on the main show, like Troll 2, which has no trolls and isn't related to Troll 1. And if that isn't enough, you'll get early access to all the episodes before anybody else. And if you really want to be part of the madness, our top tier members can pick our horror movies and make us suffer through whatever you guys want. So if you really love what we do and want to help support the show, head over to Patreon, search up Fright Night Flicks, or just hit that little join button on YouTube. We'd love to have you. Back to the show. Anyways, this would have made for an entirely different joke. A movie featuring the killer Michael Myers had its characters watching the star of So I Married an Axe Murderer, Mike Myers, right?
Right.
The clip was changed to Scream 2 in post-production, probably because the real Mike Myers refused to do a cameo.
Dude, I wish you would have been in this. That would have been so good.
Yeah. Would have loved to see it. So, Mike Myers, I still like you.
Oh yeah, he's a freaking legend. I was just watching Austin Powers.
I mean, come on.
Dude, those are so freaking funny.
Like, they're dumb, but great. Okay, back to Will creeping on these girls, right?
Okay, this did get a little odd.
I thought this whole conversation was just like inappropriate.
Well, I thought it was him trying to connect with the young kids in an odd way.
Yeah,
He comes off creepy though.
his vibes are way off. So, okay, there's these two girls, right? 17 years old, we'll say. They're in high school. This grown man who's responsible for them, you know, he's actually a guidance counselor, you know. So I'm going to be honest, some of the guidance counselors, we had an issue at our school. Somebody got fired for some inappropriate relationships. Anyways, he goes into the room and the first thing Sarah says is he's looking cute as ever. Didn't like that. Immediately, like, it's like, hey, dude, you got to get out of this situation. You shouldn't be talking like that with the kids, right?
Yeah, like, please don't say that to me.
Yeah, that's an inappropriate thing to say, but they keep going. Then Sarah goes on to say that they're going to roofie some guys tonight, take them home, and do some date rape.
That's a wild thing to say to a counselor, sure.
Yeah, well, then Will fires back in a way I didn't see coming, and he says tonight he's going to go have his nipples pierced.
I mean, he's trying to play with them. It's just a weird thing to say to girls.
I think saying he's trying to play with them is a weird thing to say.
Well, I mean, verbally, he's trying to hang with the kids.
He is. I would say probably don't do that, though.
No, it's a bad situation.
Bad situation all the way around. Anyways, who cares? Whatever. Will takes off, and here's where we see the core friend group, John, Molly, Charlie, and Sarah. They're heading out to their party. They're sneaking out, but again, they're sneaking out of their dorms, but they're still on campus.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know why they just didn't hang out in the dorm.
I guess because there's adults roaming around.
Yeah, but you could hide. They clearly weren't going to be around.
Yeah, they just checked the room. You could just hang on the room.
Yeah, I don't know. But John was really trying to be romantic with this one.
Yeah, he really was. Trying a little too hard, some might say. So we go over to where their big party is. We already talked about it. It's in that kitchen tunnel system, right? The only thing to note is just the immense amount of candles that they had down here.
We've talked about this before with candles in Halloween. There's, 100 candles?
Dude, it looked like they were doing some seance or something down there. Like every candle in the city had to be lit.
Well, that's the thing. I thought, okay, you have to go purchase these candles, let's assume, or maybe find them, or it doesn't even matter. That's a lot, too many candles to even gather. The amount of fumes that would be coming off these candles is probably deadly. Like, because they're like in a basement area, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot. I mean, look, it's a ton of candles.
Dude, I lit a candle in my office once. My office I have an outdoor office. It's just a room. And I lit a candle and I started getting dizzy. And I didn't know what happened. I had to go outside and I realized it's the fumes. And that was one.
One candle got you, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So we end up cutting back to Laurie, and now she's at home raw dogging some vodka.
That's a crazy way to say that.
Well, she's chugging it straight out the bottle when she hears a knock at the door. So this is Will coming to the house, and we have a disgusting, gross makeout session.
I don't like seeing people kiss like that on screen.
Especially these two. I was not into it. And by the way, what did this guy have in his mouth? An everlasting gobstopper?
I changed my name when I went into hiding.
Like, this dude is like,
Dude,
like, I was like, what is in there?
I was like, he's acting like a cannibal. He's just like, I'm like, what? Why is he chewing so much?
I don't know what that was.
At first, I'm like, okay, it's cool. He's kind of like chill, laid back, just like chewing on some gum or something. But it kept going, and I'm like, what is that?
It was some type of lozenge, and I don't know why or what he was doing, but it was a lot.
It was too much. Everlasting gobstopper.
Anyways, Laurie ends up revealing to him that her name isn't Carrie Tate, and I bet you didn't even know her name was Carrie Tate because we haven't even said that.
I'm an idiot because I knew that because I looked at the cast list because I was trying to remember their names, and I'm like, wait, Tate? I'm like, why is her name Tate? Oh, I forgot. She changed her name.
Yep, she changed her name. So she reveals she's Laurie Strode. She faked her death, changed her name. Remember, she's supposed to have died in a car accident. And even more shocking than all of that is that she has a serial killer brother who's never been found. Now, this is the moment every guy has. Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Apparently it was to him because to me, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to pass. I'm going to hard pass on this one. But I liked when she tells him, he's just like,
My brother killed my sister.
Well, that's sucky.
Yeah, his initial reaction was like nothing. He was like, oh, all right. And then again, he's like,
yeah, it was like a joke. He acted like it was a joke. It's like, oh my God, bro. You got to have like some tact here.
yeah, I think it was just bad acting because, I mean, then he did realize that it was real. I think he thought it was a joke or something.
Oh, so maybe it was good acting. Maybe he was
Shoot, man, maybe he flipped the script on us.
Yeah.
So, but I did like once he realizes this is real, and again, he's starting to question, like, do you want to stay with this girl? Like, you're just dating, you know?
You can kind of see it going on in his head.
Yeah, because then he asks, well, like, is he around, or like, how much of a threat really is Michael? You know? So at this point, they're talking about Michael, and that's when like Laurie has this epiphany. Wait, I was 17 when he attacked me. John is 17. Oh no, it's gonna happen again.
Oh, this was weird.
Boom.
Why would he only attack when someone turns 17?
Oh, interesting.
I mean, he does, but clearly he's been waiting until someone turns 17. So anytime a relative turns 17, he goes after him?
I mean, I thought it was just Sam Hine.
That's old, dude. That's not.
It's just Halloween, and when the constellation or like appears in the
that's
sky.
the other timeline, bro.
Okay.
So yeah, now apparently Michael strikes when they're 17.
Yeah.
Someone in his family has turned 17.
Yeah, so that is the thing.
Sure.
So anyways, Laurie starts freaking out, goes to the phone. Of course, phone lines are dead. So again, that's why she's on campus.
What do you mean?
Because you were wondering if her house was on campus.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
He cut the phone lines. She ends up going to the closet, opens it up. John's camping stuff is all there still, so he hasn't left. She realizes a lot of trouble going on here. She grabs her gun, runs to the door, almost shoots Ronnie in the face.
Yeah, Ronnie happens to be right there.
Yeah, Ronnie, well, don't worry, Ronnie will get shot on accident, but that's later on.
Poor Ronnie.
So she tells Ronnie, go get the phones working. I'm going to go find the kids. All right.
Sure. She's in full-blown panic mode, even though no one has really seen any sign of Michael at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually kind of an overreaction, but it's a good reaction, but overreaction.
It just doesn't make sense, the 17. I wouldn't be like, oh, wait, I was 17. My son's 17. Michael's back.
Yeah, I would have thought she would have put that together a long time ago.
Well, why would you think it had anything to do with the 17?
Who knows? Whatever. So we cut back over to the kids, and we have Sarah and Charlie, and they're in the kitchen. They're trying to open up some wine bottles. The problem is they need a corkscrew. All right. Charlie decides, you know what? I'm going to jump in this dumbwaiter. Again, they're in the bottom kitchen section. He's going to jump in the dumbwaiter. It's got like a little electrical switch that like sends it up. They don't have to like pull a rope or anything. Hit the switch. He goes up to the top floor of the kitchen, and he does find the corkscrew in the drawer. The problem is he immediately drops it in the garbage disposal. And this gets to the scene that bothered me the most in the movie.
It was so dumb.
Okay, this is like dumb on so many levels. So the first thing,
but I'm going to tell you, this goes back to my thing of like, there are so many fake outs in this movie. It's insane.
this is a lot of fake out, but the whole thing makes no sense. So the first thing is he drops it in the garbage disposal. Now, instead of just reaching and grabbing it,
Like a normal person would.
yes, he does like, I don't know, the stupidest thing you could do and turns on the garbage disposal.
Why would you even do that? I guess the thought is maybe just to check if it works, or maybe it could hit the wine opener out.
Does he think it'll like pop out?
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
He turned on the disposal when he dropped it in. If anything, you're just going to damage the disposal or the opener. Like there's no justification for that.
No, you would never
At all.
flip it on at all.
Yeah. Okay. But that's just the beginning of this. So he's looking down in the sink and we see Michael's walking up behind him. All right. So he doesn't realize that Michael's on his ass, right?
Right.
Charlie now reaches in and totally defies physics because in this garbage disposal, he is not able to find this giant wine opener.
It's another dimension down there.
Dude, like his hand, like I don't know if you ever, like, my hand can barely fit down in those things. Like you can only like use your fingers and you're gonna be grabbing this thing. It's not just like a little corkscrew. This is like the full on wine bottle opener.
Yeah, it's a
corkscrew, you know what
it's
I
a
mean?
big boy. Yeah, no, for sure. And it's like tucked over to the side away, which I don't think that space exists in a normal.
Yeah, they like show his hand in there and he's like not able to find it. And I'm just like, there's just no way.
No,
There's just no way. And while he's like in there searching for it, he's like, they'll show him looking at the switch for the disposal. Like, is he thinking about turning it on with his hand in there? Like, what is going on?
it's almost like he was afraid someone was going to flip it, even though no one was even
I mean,
there.
I
I mean,
guess-
Michael was there, but he didn't know that.
I mean, I guess what they're doing is playing with the audience. Like, hey, somebody's going to flip this switch, you know?
That's what they're doing. Is they're trying to make you think Michael's going to flip it when his hand's in there. But which is a good fake out. The problem, again, with me is that they've done this so many times throughout this movie. I'm already sick of the fake outs.
Okay, we're faked out.
Yeah.
He ends up turning around, comes face to face with Michael, and that's it. We cut over. So we don't even see what really happens to him. I'm going to be honest. I would love to see that corkscrew in his head.
That would have been a cool kill, for sure.
Didn't happen, though.
No, but like you said, this is our first real close look at Michael's face.
Yeah, you guys, look at this. Like, what do you say about it?
It's horrible.
I mean, it's way too smooth of a face.
Yeah, I just don't like it. And this was the CGI one, right?
I don't know. So, well, I have some trivia at the end. It's like they use different masks, and at some point there was like CGI in it, and it just, I don't know. This thing looks like it used a lot of moisturizer on his face or something, you know?
Yeah, it's just not a good look. Honestly, sometimes people overcomplicate things. Just go with the simple Michael mask. We don't need to reinvent it every time.
Yeah, and it just has to look like creepy, you know?
Yeah.
Not smooth and this, whatever that is. Anyways, we go back to Sarah. Again, she's waiting for Charlie. The lights go out. She walks over to the dumbwaiter, opens it up. There's Charlie, throat slit.
Boom. We got our dumbwaiter scene. Dead body in there.
We knew it was coming. Wasn't that great, but we're not done with that dumbwaiter. This is only the beginning.
So I think Michael probably killed him with the corkscrew opener.
Maybe you give him a slash with it? I don't know.
A corkscrew opener. It's not a corkscrew
They
opener.
call it a corkscrew. I mean, it's a wine, I don't know. I call them wine bottle opener, but it is a corkscrew.
But he's dead, sitting up, whatever,
Yeah.
in the dumbwaiter.
Yeah, so she comes face to face with Michael. This is where she decides, you know what? I'm going to get in with Charlie in that dumbwaiter and send myself up. Horrible idea. I mean, I think you could just probably hit the stop button on it.
Yeah, I would have probably also just tried to run out away because there was a gap where I think she could have ran to the left.
It's tough. It's a tough move, but going that dumbwaiter is a death sentence.
I mean, dude, it's just too slow.
And again, I think you could just stop it and just like, hey, I'll just open this back
Yeah,
up.
I'll just hit the button, have it come back down.
Yeah, Michael knows how to do hit buttons. He can drive cars.
He's
so-
smart, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, she jumps in. Michael does get a quick like stab, slashes her leg. She goes up the dumbwaiter, and right as she jumps out, Michael then cuts the rope, which sends it crashing down, breaking her leg.
Dude, that was gross. I don't know. I was unclear on how she was stuck too, because she was having trouble getting out. It was like her boyfriend had trapped her body somehow.
Yeah, at some point her leg was like stuck on him or something.
Oh, but dude, that made me cringe when she tried to get out and that dumbwaiter dropped right on her leg because that thing's
yeah, they show
mangled
like
now.
the bone out.
Yeah,
and
she's not
everything.
walking.
Yeah, so now we have Sarah the Slug, and she's crawling around in the kitchen as Michael walks over and gets like the easiest kill of his life. He just walks over, looks at her, and just like, I'm going to just stab you.
And I did like the stab sound effects. They sounded deep to me in this one.
John hears this dumbwaiter fall again. Michael cut the rope. That whole thing ended up crashing down after it broke her leg.
By the way, I don't know the layout of this place, but I didn't feel like they were far away from where the party was.
Yeah, I think it's just down the hall.
You think you'd hear screaming. Just saying.
Good point.
But
Possibly.
We don't really know how far away they are, so.
Whatever. So they end up going to check it out, but then they're like up in the top kitchen section at some point. Like they went up the stairs. They're on that bottom section.
Oh, they're at the top?
Yeah, because they find the trail of blood that leads from the dumbwaiter to the pantry. They flip on the light switch only to find Sarah light up like a light bright.
Dude, it was cool. He had her set up tied to the light, so she's hanging.
Well, I think she was on like an electrical panel. And when they flipped it, it like electrocuted her. Like there was like a glowing piece in her.
Yeah, it was hard. I didn't really fully understand what was happening, but it looked cool, so I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a festive little setup.
Good kill placement, Michael. Good job.
Yeah, good job on that one. So anyways, at this point, they come face to face with Michael. He gives them the little like, head tilt.
Hey guys, I'm back.
I'm back. Yeah.
I like because the girl's like, who is that? It's like, huh? Michael.
It's the man himself. So they end up escaping down a window. They end up in a wooded area. Michael appears out of nowhere, grabs Molly, and this is where...
Well, hold on. This part bugged me too, because they escape out the window, and they're running. Well, then Molly is exhausted now, and she stops running.
She didn't make it very far. Cardio wasn't her thing.
Almost got her boyfriend killed. Like, what are you doing?
Well, she almost got herself killed.
Well, who would really stop in that scenario? You know what I'm saying?
You got to push it a little harder.
Oh, you got to go at least a mile.
Also, though, they should have had much more distance on Michael. Like, they straight sprinted. He did a teleporting. He teleported, all right?
I mean, that is the thing, though. You can't really judge Michael by distance. He doesn't operate under the same rules we do.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True. Now, here you mentioned sound effects. There's a sound effect here that I think is just like insane. So John ends up punching Michael because he's got Molly. So he gives him like a couple of right crosses. And dude, they put in some pretty lame sound effects. It's like the legit like. Psh, psh.
Yeah, it didn't sound good. I like that John was fighting though. That was cool. You don't see Michael get hit very often.
No, sure, whatever. So John ends up getting stabbed in the leg. Molly hits Michael with a rock. And this is where I saw another mask change where it seemed like Michael switched into an angry mask.
He have eyebrows that
I swear his like eyebrows seemed lower and he seemed like it looked angry.
Well, I think that was the scene where he kind of stood up and I feel like he was hunched in a way that he was irritated by what just happened, which again is fine, except for the fact that the shape isn't supposed to have emotion, right?
Yes, he's having emotion in this one. And then he has like a goofy walk too. Like there was something about this walk after this that rubbed me the wrong way. It almost seemed waddle-ish.
I agree. I didn't love the Michael acting in this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's funny like how these little things can add up.
Yeah, we just need a giant person, fairly muscular, with stiff movement.
I don't even know. See, I used to think Michael needs to be huge, but I guess he's just not like in these movies.
It's just what I would want.
But you do need stiff movement. That is a thing.
Yeah.
It's creepier.
Yeah, it is.
John and Molly end up running off where they get to like the dorm gate. So there's a gate that's locked to get into the dorms. I guess that's why they snuck out.
Yeah, this isn't the front gate. This is just to get into where I guess everyone hangs out and lives.
Yes, and Molly has like this keychain with like way too many keys on it. So she's trying to open it. Of course, Michael's getting closer. They finally get it open, but then she drops the keys. Now we have a situation where they're trapped between the gate and the front door, and they don't have the key to open the front door. But somehow that gate they just went through is now locked.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to just pull the handle and open it, right?
I wouldn't think it would just automatically lock.
Well, I don't think you need a key to get out. It's usually just to get in, but whatever. Yeah, so that's a scenario. The keys are out. She's kind of reaching for it as Michael's coming down on her.
Yeah, and so she doesn't get the keys. They're trapped in there. Then Michael starts like slashing away. Then he realizes like, hey, I got these keys here. Why don't I just open this gate? So he grabs the keys. As he's opening it up, right when he finally gets it, that's when the door to the dorms open and it's Laurie and Will. They let him in, save the day. Laurie slams the door and she comes face to face with her brother, Michael.
It was cool. We finally see their eyes locked.
I don't know. I wasn't into it.
I just like seeing them together, but as far as the scene in the movie, did it work? Debatable.
I got just so Laurie burned out in this movie. Laurie decides she's going to take this dude out right here, pulls out her gun. Of course, as soon as she aims it, he's already gone.
Poof, gone.
Magic. So Laurie takes John and Molly. She hides them in the closet. So again, now we're in like the dorm section. Hides them in the closet, and her and Will are going to go like exploring. I don't know what they're really going to do.
I don't think that's the play. Because
Why?
Michael finds everyone. I don't think hiding in a closet. If it was me, I wouldn't tell my kids to go, or my son to hide in a closet. But like, here, stick with me. Let's all stick together and try to figure this out. Because you on your own might not turn out well.
Would you say Michael's a hide and seek master? Because I don't know if anyone's ever successfully hidden from him.
Well, I was gonna say just a seek master, but he also does hide everywhere. So yeah, I think he is.
Maybe the greatest that's ever done it.
I think so.
So anyways, Laurie hides Molly and John in the closet. Her and Will walk off. And then Laurie tells John to go. The problem is his name's not John. I don't know why in this movie she calls him John.
Go.
What?
John, go.
Carrie, I'm not leaving you.
Oh, did she?
She did. She says, John, just go. Now, she could have said, like, just go. Maybe I misheard it. I'm pretty sure she says, John, go.
Oh, that's funny. But see, again, if she had her kids with her, or her son and his girlfriend, they all could have just left. And she could have stayed.
I don't know what the plan is, because now you're going to have to come back to this area where you know Michael is.
Yeah.
So you're going to, like, try to lead him away. Then when are they going to know to get out of the closet?
It's a bad plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, he doesn't go. Instead, he does something far better.
Yeah. So as they're having this conversation, Will catches a silhouette coming around the corner of this hall. So he immediately grabs Laurie's gun and just starts opening fire, right?
Pop, pop, pop.
Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah,
And then
doesn't say anything to Laurie, just grabs her gun and just starts shooting at this guy.
And to be honest, he actually hits a shot. He lays this dude out, right?
Right.
The problem is it's not Michael.
It's Ronnie.
It's Ronnie. Ronnie caught a stray.
Poor Ronnie now is just laying there in a pool of blood, incapacitated. No responsive. He's not responsive.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I knew watching this, there's no way he's dead.
No, and the funniest thing is later we find out it just grazed his head. He's totally fine. To which my question would be, why are you then passed out on the ground?
There were some things dropping down, I feel like there was like a flower pot or something. Maybe something hit him in the head. I don't know.
What?
Maybe I just made that up.
Now I gotta back our boy Will here because I slowed it down. It looked like Michael was the one who walked out. I paused it. That was not Ronnie.
Yeah.
So it looked like Michael walked out. He shoots, boom, Ronnie's there.
So Will's in the clear.
I don't put this on him. It was weird.
Some weird Michael shape-shifting shadows.
Yeah, it's weird how they did that because it's clearly not Ronnie who walks out.
Okay. Well, let's move because we got to get to my favorite kill of this movie.
Okay.
All right. So Will doesn't have a lot of time to process his murder he just did, or he thought he did.
Yeah.
All right. Because Michael immediately comes out of a door and stabs him in the back. Now, this just gets better and better each time. Stabs him, lifts him up the ground. Will's doing the Harlem Shake up there on the
I
knife.
had the Harlem Shake. That's the first thing I thought too. I'm like, the dude's acting like he's electrocuted on the knife.
He's just shaky. And then we get these shots. So it's like down the hall where you see Michael holding Will. And dude, it's just uncanny. Like it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Like the way that Michael's like standing next to his side, and at one point it looks like he's a puppet. Like Will's like his little puppet on the side, holding him off the ground. Also his stance, it's like it didn't make sense that he was holding him. It was clearly like Will is on something, like a wire, you know? It didn't make sense. But the whole thing just was funny from start to finish.
Yeah, I do like though, again, this reminds me of that kill, back in part 2 where he killed the nurse, lifts her up one-handed.
Uh-huh.
It's the same type of thing. It's an awesome kill. It just shows you his power.
Okay, but the one-handed, it made sense when you're behind them and you're like lifting. He was like to the side and like holding him up. It didn't make sense.
Yeah. But what we're going to see is this dude has crazy one-arm strength. And this is just the first occurrence of it.
And the people who did the practical effects may have missed some things in this movie. So now at this point, Laurie runs back to the closet where Molly and John are, opens it up, but they're gone. This whole thing confused me. There was multiple closets here and none of it made sense. But Michael, so she goes to one closet. They're not there. Michael goes to another closet that has like blood on it.
Right.
And he just smashes through it, but they're also not there. Laurie hits him over the head with a fire extinguisher. Then she goes to the original closet that they're in.
A little bit of a shell game of the closets.
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, was she faking it out? I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, it was like, did she put blood on that closet to make him think? But then why did she go to a random closet? I don't know.
Yeah, then I'm like, did they move closets?
I don't even know. They end up all escaping the dorm. They go outside. They make it to Laurie's car. Of course, Michael's walking over to him. Classic. The car's not turning over right away.
I mean, I know this is made a while ago. We've seen enough of this.
Yeah, we know what's happening. Anyways, of course, the car starts up right when Michael gets to the window. They take off. They make it to the front gate. Are they going to leave? Some of them, not all of them. Laurie says, Molly, take the wheel. Take my kid. Go get help. I'm staying here to finish this. Remember that whole Victor Frankenstein stuff? It's time to face the monster.
Which actually I support because you can't keep running from Michael. Especially she's already lived, or what, it's been 20 years that she's been living in fear. It's time to just kill him because obviously he's not going to stop.
I support, but you got to have a better plan.
I don't know. It worked out.
Did it?
I don't know.
So the kids take off. Laurie closes the gate and then she breaks it so it won't open, trapping herself in with Michael.
I didn't understand why she broke it. Maybe to make sure that Michael didn't get out, but
come on, it's Michael. He'll get out if he wants to get out.
I know.
Anyway, she ends up finding this pighead axe and she takes it and then starts screaming for Michael. Michael!
Which I did think was funny because I'm like, Michael's always around, except for now when she wants him, suddenly he's not there.
Well, he is on his own terms. He ain't going to show up for anyone.
All right.
So she goes back into the dorm, and this is where we see Michael doing his one-arm pull-up, descending down from the ceiling. And, this dude...
Pull down, one might say.
Dude, he's a one-armed hang, dude. Just like from the ceiling, lowering down. The problem is, I'm pretty sure if you look close, you can clearly see like a wire back there.
It looked like a wire hanging from his back.
Like, it just seemed like they did not put that much effort into this.
Well, what the F is he doing up in the ceiling anyways?
And like the way he's hanging, like, how would you not see that? Like, what kind of ceiling is this?
Yeah, like how high is it?
It's got to be like 20 feet.
Yeah.
It's like a hole in a dorm, and somehow he's on a pipe, like doing his hang. Like, how long was he just like hanging there?
Well, why would he even be up there?
Yeah.
He would have to hope that she's going to come back inside.
Does he just like climb around?
I don't know. It was weird. It was stupid.
Whatever. It was funny, to be honest.
I like the scene for what it was.
Yeah. So anyways, Laurie ends up stabbing him with the axe, but she gets stabbed too. She ends up hiding under some tables, but now Michael's gone.
Okay, yeah, it's not really gone, but...
Well, and she's like laying on the floor so she can like see the feet, right? Like if his feet were there, but they've disappeared. The problem is it's because he's actually on top of the table and he's like hunting her, right?
Why is he up there?
I think this scene was a throwback. It was supposed to be in a different movie. I remember reading about it, but I can't remember. I'm sure you guys do, that they were going to use this in a different movie. So anyways, I remember the like reference, but I can't remember which
I just thought this was silly. I'm like, really, Michael, what he ends up doing is like taking all the tables and flipping them over. That's what he would have done from the get-go. Why is he standing on top of the tables?
Well, and it's like she just is rolling under the tables and he's like walking across and...
Oh, that's a good point. It's like dead quiet in there and she's army crawling and army rolling very tactically around. He would have heard everything.
She finally gets out from the tables, grabs the California flag and stabs him with it.
Boom, Cali.
Let's go California. So she runs up the stairs back to the kitchen, empties a knife drawer, and here's where she does some knife throwing. But she's clearly never done this before because not one of them hits her.
Dude, I don't know why they didn't let him just get stuck by one because he's right in front of her. And it's almost a miracle she didn't hit him at all.
I mean, I think knife throwing is harder than you would think, especially like kitchen knives.
Well, yeah, to get it to stick, but I'm saying they didn't even bounce off him.
No, she was just like missing every shot.
I mean, it feels like it was like 3 feet away at points.
Yeah, crazy, but that's not the craziest part. Because Michael goes to stab her, reaches overhead, goes for the stab. She pulls the drawer up, the knife drawer. He stabs through it, and that's where she knees Michael in the nuts. And they zoom in on his face, and his black eyes are not black now. You see his normal eyes, and it's almost like a, ugh.
Oh, no. She got me.
Which to me was just like, what is that?
Which is why I kind of like this movie, because it is corny.
It's definitely corny.
Which I can get down with.
That's what I'm saying. There's like this playful aspect to Michael. Like it is very squeamish.
Yeah.
So anyways, Laurie now grabs a butcher knife, runs off. Michael chases her down a hall only to have Laurie ambush him with a brutal knife attack. Like she goes like that girl in those newer Scream movies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sends him flying off the balcony onto the bottom floor, landing on a table. He's laid out,
Dead.
right? So you would think.
I mean, we all know he's not dead. Come on.
Yeah, Laurie walks down to Michael, who's, again, he's got the knife like actually in his chest. Like she did some pretty good stabbing. Pulls out the knife. She's going for the final kill when Ronnie appears from nowhere. Again, he wasn't dead. So he pulls her away and he's like, hey, it's over.
Yeah.
You guys gone.
Ronnie's like, hey, leave him alone. He's dead. To which I'm like, dude, Ronnie, shut up. He's not. We all know. You don't even know what you're talking about. You just got shot in the head.
Yeah.
Like, let her do her thing here.
Yeah, exactly. So now the cops come and like, again, the whole police investigation's going on. We learned Ronnie got grazed by the bullet. Now he's going to write a romantic thriller. Kind of funny little twist, you know? And Michael is getting zipped up in a body bag.
Well, I did like Ronnie. Ronnie's all excited, talking to his wife. Yeah, no, I got shot, but I'm okay. I'm going to write this book or whatever. It's like, dude, like 6 people just got killed. Or, well, maybe 4 there. I don't know how many. 3? Whatever. It doesn't matter. You wouldn't be that excited, right? You'd be maybe a little traumatized by what happened.
I think there'd be a little bit of trauma to deal with. Also, maybe don't do the romantic thriller. Maybe just write a book on what just happened.
Oh, documentary style.
Yeah, that'd be like the smarter way to do it, right?
Yeah, you know, I don't want to crack on this movie too much because I did enjoy it for what it was.
Okay, this is where we get crazy. This has all been kind of playful fun. We're going off the rails now.
This movie took a crazy turn.
Yes. So Laurie, okay, again, this whole thing's died down. Michael's in a body bag. Laurie walks over, grabs the fire axe, all right? Then walks over to a cop, takes his gun,
points it at the other cop, says, don't effing move, sucker.
Dude.
She didn't say that, but she said, don't move.
She thought it.
Yeah,
for sure. Then she steals the coroner van with Michael's body in it. Okay, so we have like multiple felony crimes just committed, right?
I know, that's my first thought. I was like, dude, you're going to jail.
Probably got alcohol on her breath too.
Well, yeah.
Probably catching a deuce after this as well.
A deuce?
DUI.
Oh, for sure.
Come on. Okay, so anyways, she gets in the van. She's now driving Michael in the body bag. And of course, he's going to wake up in this thing, right?
Yeah, I don't know what her plan was. I get the plan to kill him. She wants to mangle his body or dismember it, whatever. But she didn't seem to have a plan. She's just driving on some windy road.
Yeah, it's like, you know, he's going to wake up and what are you going to do? Well, he does. He gets out of the bag. And that's where I guess her plan was to do this. She brake checks him, sends him flying out the front windshield.
Boom.
Interesting plan.
Bad plan, but
bad plan. Anyways, Michael's laid out on the road again. Of course, he gets up. Laurie drives into him, full sends the van off a cliff.
Yeah, and so my first thought is like, oh, she's going to jump out and let the van go.
No.
She's going down with it.
Just drives off a cliff. Takes the van off a cliff.
Yeah.
That's bold.
It's crazy.
All right, now we're going to get into some craziness. And again, physics may not apply here.
Sure.
So Michael gets hit. Apparently, I guess we'll just say he got just rocketed and shot like, I don't know, 100 yards down this hill. At the same time, the van is doing just a crazy roll. Also, the whole, like, I swear this was like a toy car rolling down a hill at points.
Yeah.
Laurie, while this van is flipping, Laurie gets tossed from it, so she's not in the van anymore. Michael comes to rest with a tree, like up against a tree. As the van rolls down, smashes, pins him to the tree.
How did she get thrown out? Because she had to have been wearing a seatbelt, right?
Who knows?
Maybe she wasn't, because I was just thinking when she brake checked him, she would have went forward too if she wasn't.
True.
Whatever. She's
True.
out of the van. Michael's pinned.
Okay, so Laurie's on the side of this hill. She walks over to this bush, finds the axe just randomly sitting there. At the same time, now the van light's on fire. Might as well have that going as
Turn
well.
the stakes up, yeah.
Yeah. Walks over to Michael, who again is like slumped over this tree pinned, all right? And she calls to him, Michael. And then he looks up, and again, there's not the black eyes. It's like normal human eyes, and I don't love that, you know?
Right.
We're way too humanizing here. So he looks up at her and he starts to reach out. And it looks like he's going for like a hug or help, you know?
Even before that, he did this weird thing where he's grabbing at his face a little bit. Like, it was odd.
Yeah, he's human Michael right now.
Do you know what happens in the next movie?
No.
I think this isn't Michael.
What?
I don't think this is Michael. I think in the next movie, they say he switched places with a paramedic, which then makes sense why he acted so weird in this scene.
What? So the dude in the back is the paramedic?
I think so.
Well, this turns dark then.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look this up, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
No, wait, do you have your phone? Let's check this. So he didn't know. We just looked it up in Resurrection. This is not Michael.
Oh, okay. So this is like makes a lot more sense.
I wonder, this had to have been their intention because, like I said, I thought it was really weird the way he was grabbing at his mask, which makes sense if you're the paramedic. You're like, get this thing off me. However, the way the paramedic acted, he probably could have saved himself maybe with some talking.
Well, no, I think when the little part I read, he made it so he couldn't speak.
Oh.
So, okay. Well, this changes this entire scene for me. So
hey,
anyways.
spoiler alert for the next movie.
So Michael is reaching out for help, and Laurie actually reaches back and their fingers like touch.
It seemed like a touching moment where they're actually bonding maybe a little bit.
Yeah, there's like a connection between the brother and sister here. Well, then this is dark now.
I know.
So their hands reach back. Laurie grabs the axe with one swing, chops his head off.
Boom. Michael's gone. Head detached.
Laurie just murdered an innocent man.
Yeah, now we know. That's horrible. This poor lady's been traumatized. She just murdered someone.
Wow. That actually changes a lot of that scene. I actually now like that part.
It makes it better.
It does make it better, but I had no idea. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
because I thought that was kind of like, what in the world? Like his eyes weren't black, but earlier they had a couple scenes where his eyes weren't black too.
Yeah, but it was more the way he was acting was really odd,
It was odd.
which now it makes sense because when I watched initially, I'm like, what is he doing?
That's actually a really good twist.
Yeah.
I think that's a good twist.
I think so. But that's in the movie. As far as Michael goes in this movie, he's dead.
Yeah.
You guys don't know that wasn't Michael, okay? We're on the same page here.
No. All right, let's get to our final rating.
I actually like this movie. I think it's a fun watch. It's not a great, scary movie. I actually didn't find it that scary at all. And it was way, like we talked about, just way too much about the Laurie story and not enough of the Michael scaring. Way too many fake outs for me as well. I did like the characters, though. I actually cared. I like Josh Hartnett's character a lot. And obviously, we love Laurie Strode. So it was just fun. It was silly and a fun movie. Like a good watch. Like just like, hey, let's just throw this on. I'd watch it again. I had a fun time watching through the second time. I'd put this at like 6.7.
Interesting.
It was good. It wasn't a great scary Halloween movie, but it was a fun movie.
Yeah, I do think the vibes having it at the school, I thought they actually had really good characters in this movie.
Yeah, sorry. And every time you start talking, it reminds me. I did like the environment at the school. I thought that was a cool place to put them.
Yep.
Now back to you.
Yeah, I think I could have used a lot more of like the friend group and like building out those characters more. I was not a huge fan of like all the trauma Laurie had to deal with. I get it. It's a movie. Like you got to play into some of that, but I don't like how they made her like this alcoholic when really there wasn't a whole lot of repercussions from that. That was just kind of like a side thing where she just drinks a ton, but nothing ever really comes of it. She never acts drunk. She doesn't do any stupid drunk things.
Yeah, and it's kind of like we get it. We understand. Pretty clearly she's traumatized. We don't need to go into it too much.
Yeah, they also like made her like she's successful. She's like running the school, but yet her ex-husband is like a methadone like addict and like just kind of like stuff that like doesn't connect almost.
You're right. It's like she's a broken person. However, she's not broken at all. She seems actually pretty successful.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a functioning alcoholic, but it's like with that kind of trauma, I don't think that would be happening, especially the way she's drinking. There'd be a lot more problems.
For sure.
So anyways, the special effects and kills, I mean, I liked some of the kills. The special effects were a little messed up in this.
Yeah.
I think they did some hokey things, which did. I totally agree. Fun movie, enjoyed the watch, not scary at all. Michael was like super playful, totally different type of Michael in this movie. However, that twist at the end that I didn't even know about makes me like this a little more. I probably would have given it a 4.6. I'll move it to a 5.1.
Oh man, still kind of low on it. All right.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole Laurie. It was too much Laurie. It felt honestly like it was too much of like, this is our movie for her. And we're going to build her up in this movie. And this is her redemption, her fighting back against Michael. And
That's exactly what it was.
yeah. And it kind of downplayed Michael. He wasn't even scary in it. And it was like, eh. And yeah, Michael was kind of weak. I'm going to be honest. He took a lot of beatings. And there's only, actually, was there only 3 kills? I think there's
there's
only
6 total because you have 3 in the beginning and then 3 here.
Oh, you're right. The beginning, yeah, they knocked those 3 out early though, so there's a long gap.
Oh, dude, there again, the movie doesn't start till like the last 30 minutes. That's when the killing starts again.
Yeah. All right, let's jump over to some trivia. Jamie Lee Curtis considers the film a thank you note to her fans, stating that without that early career, I truly don't think I would have been an actor. Well, you're an actress, so. Although there is those rumors.
I know, I can't stop thinking about it.
I think that is a total like fake thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to go into this.
Well, yeah, I don't really want to talk about it.
I think it was all just a made up thing though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right, well.
I chat GPT'd at one point. It said it was all fake. During the scene where Norma is leaving, so Norma is actually Jamie Lee Curtis's mom. She played an assistant. She stands in front of the car from Psycho.
Oh,
so
that's
it's the
cool.
car from Psycho.
Well, she was in Psycho, right?
Well, let me get to it. The music playing in the background is also part from Psycho, or parts. It's a song from Psycho.
Sure.
Janet Leigh, who plays Norma, played Marion in Psycho. The license plate on the car is the same as the second car Marion buys in Psycho. It's NFB41H, to let you know, which are Norman Bates' initials. And lastly, Norma is the first name of Norman Bates' mother from Psycho. Obviously, there's a lot of Psycho stuff going on. And Norma is actually Jamie Lee Curtis's mom.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So that was interesting. By the way, we got to watch Psycho.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm apprehensive, but sure, that'd be fine.
I mean, that's a classic.
I know. We got to hit The Shining. Shining's like our favorite scary
There's so
movie.
many we have to
I
watch.
know.
It's stupid. LL Cool J has always been a fan of the Halloween movies. His mother took him to see the original when he was 9 years old.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
He's a fan. Love it.
I liked him in this movie. He did a good job.
Jamie Lee Curtis recalls Josh Hartnett being someone who wanted to be an actor but didn't want the trappings of stardom.
That's why I like him, dude.
He would wear a knit beanie on set at all times, remove it to film a scene, and then immediately return it to his head as a way of retaining his personality. And she said, I respected him for it. It was annoying, but I respected it.
Yeah, I heard they wanted his hair like to look nice, and he would mess it up on purpose because he didn't want to be a heartthrob.
Dude, I love it.
I know, finally a star who doesn't want all that attention.
Yeah, amazing. One of the masks used from Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, was used for the first scene appearance of Michael Myers. It was used during his attack on Marion, but all of his later appearances featured a new mask sculpted in this film. Marion, his attack on Marion. The beginning.
Yeah.
Yes. They had shot the sequence while the studio went back and forth on which mask they preferred. Clark actually owns the mask in question now.
Dude, why do these films have such a hard time with the freaking mask?
I don't understand
Just
it.
pick one and go with it.
Like, every movie seems like there's issues.
Because when you put different masks, it seems like a different person.
There was definitely scenes where I was like, what am I looking at?
I don't even know in my mind. I can't visually see what he even looked like in this movie because the mask didn't stand out at all because I wasn't sure which one it was. Probably because there's multiple.
True. In certain scenes, Michael can be seen...
Here we go.
Michael can be seen wearing 2 different masks. The director decided well into production to go with a different mask, so certain scenes were reshot. Some scenes with the original mask can still be seen, and in one shot it had to be altered with CGI to replace Michael's old mask with the new one. Talk about just like going into way more trouble than you need to.
Yeah.
The school bus is used to show how all the school students were leaving the whole Yosemite trip.
Okay, when they were taken off.
Yep, they were picked up by the studio on the cheap and didn't have any seats in them.
Did they have to squat down?
I don't even think there was anyone in them.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, there were also short buses.
Right.
It's just a thing. A statue of Butterball, the Cenobite from Hellraiser, can be seen on Jimmy's porch when the nurse knocks on his door.
Cool. I have not seen that movie yet, so that's again on the list.
That is definitely on the list. All right, that wraps up the show. And next we have...
Black Phone 2.
We sent it out to you guys. I don't know. I was unsure if I wanted to do it. I got to watch Black Phone 1 probably before 2.
I liked part 1 a lot, so I want to see part 2. It looks pretty scary. Early reviews look pretty good.
Yeah, so Wednesday we'll be getting that one to you.
Hey, if you guys liked the episode, please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify. It'd greatly help, and we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll shout them out on here.
Yeah, shout out to all our members for the support, dude. We appreciate you guys
Members,
too.
patrons, you guys are the best.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, we'll catch you later.
Bye.